Welcome to Cyprus Avenue. Tonight, as part of Winter Songs, it's a delight and an honour to be joined by two genuine legends of the Irish rock scene, Joe and Steve Wall. Gentlemen too, it must be said, and the guys actually were meant to do a gig in Cyprus Avenue this Christmas. It was going to celebrate 30 years since the release of their debut album. The gig has been rescheduled, fans will be glad to hear, and we're going to hear them play tonight obviously as well. But welcome back to Cork, lads, good to see you.
Thanks Michael.
Good stuff. 30 years, it doesn't seem like it, I must admit, when that album came out, but to commemorate it this year you put together a songbook looking back on, you know, the time itself, pictures, stories. A great idea actually to commemorate that, and like, was it a nice thing to be able to do and nostalgic to be, you know, go through all the old memorabilia, put it together, because there's a lot of fans out there obviously that this must be like gold to them.
Well, it was his idea. I wasn't sure about it in the beginning. I'm a bit sceptical about it, but then, you know, Joe, because he's like a dog with a bone.
Right. It was a good idea, Joe. Don't mind me.
He went for it, and I have to say it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Because you know, as it's been finished and out there, and just the feedback we're getting from people, it's kind of replaced the whole thing of like we were just saying earlier. You know, a lot of people are streaming their music now on streaming platforms, and it's something physical to sort of, you know, read lyrics like we all did back in the day, you know, with either an LP cover or even flicking through a CD booklet and reading the lyrics and reading about where a song was recorded, who played on it. Yeah. You know, we'd always be interested in who produced it, what studio it was recorded in, who mastered it, you know, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So, you know, with streaming now, you're kind of missing a whole sort of aspect of the enjoyment of listening to music and having a physical product. Yeah. So
it's almost like the story of the album in a way,
exactly,
and the background to it.
And that's what the book is. The book is the story of the album. It's the story behind each song. And then if you want to learn them, it's got like the guitar versions, all hand-drawn little chord shapes by us on little hand-written notes and all that.
It
and
could
then
inspire a generation of buskers.
Yeah,
maybe,
so it's sort of like it's kind of like it's a good accompaniment.
It's got the piano versions in it as well. Yeah. But I suppose like a lot of our fans would be our age. Yeah. And they have kids. Yeah. And like nearly every house in the country has a guitar or a keyboard in it, and some, you know, and a lot of people are really, especially in the year that's in it, a lot of people are at loose end with, you know, they can't go out and socialise, they're looking for things to do. So in some ways it's actually, even though it's a terrible year for an anniversary, it's a good year for sitting at home playing music.
Absolutely, yeah. You can tell even just the amount of new music that's come about this year, like, you know, from doing a radio show. I don't think I can remember being as inundated with new tunes, and it's down to that, as people having a bit more time on their hands and or dusting off bits of songs they were working on and putting them together. Yeah,
so something good might have come out of this pandemic, you know, some creativity, which is great.
Absolutely. And just thinking about the album as well, and you know, like I think it spent 5 weeks at the top of the charts as well in Ireland.
Yeah, in 1990, and actually Donal, who used to play sax in the Stunning in the early days, just recently he sent us, his father was rooting through the attic and he found the tour book, which was what each of us had at the time. Our manager made this tour book for the summer tour of 1990. Wow. And I scanned it and put it up on the band's Facebook page, and it's hilarious to look through all the dates.
Venues.
Sir Henry's is in it.
Right, yeah.
There's the first Fela was that summer as well.
That's right,
1990. And there was also there was a gig in the Bridge Hotel in Waterford, and we were sound checking for that gig when we found out that album was #1. Somebody came in and said, "There's a phone call for Steve Wall at reception," because when you think no one had mobile phones back then. Yeah. So it was a phone call at reception. Yeah. And I went out and it was like, the album's #1.
Well, that's because I was going to actually ask you that. Like, was there a moment that you realised, Christ, we've got something bigger than maybe we expected or thought on our hands? But that was in Waterford on a phone call.
It was in Waterford, you know, sound checking, and the phone call came through. And then it stayed there like at #1 for like 5 weeks. Yeah. So, I mean, we had no idea that we'd be here 30 years later still talking about that record and, you know, doing a book.
But you've done so much in between as well. I mean, you've constantly kept busy, constantly kept writing songs, constantly kept writing hit songs as well. Like, you know, there's there's an act there. This wasn't a flash in the pan back in 1990. You know, you've actually built up quite a lot of.
Yeah, when the Stunning play gigs now, some of the wall songs that were kind of the bigger songs have sort of crept into the set now, because I think it's mostly the ones that we've just taken to. Like if we wouldn't kind of go to a lot of this with the Stunning. It's like if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, there wouldn't be an awful lot of work put into trying to make something work. So some songs like To the Bright and Shining Sun, which was a Walls hit, that worked immediately with the band. There's another song from the last Walls album, Carrying the Fire, that just clicked with the band. So you know, so it's great in that way that some of these songs are getting an airing, and at the end of the day we play songs that myself and Steve write, and
they sound fantastic. That works. Is there like at the very core of the song itself, like is there a big difference between a Walls song and a Stunning song, or is there a difference?
I think when you listen to the albums, I think especially like with Paradise and the Picture House, the songs are quite simple. You know, they're very organic. It's pretty much what the band does live on stage is what the band does in the studio. Yeah. You know, we set up, even when we re-recorded Twice Around the World, or it was called Once Around the World, and we renamed it Twice Around the World, and we put that out in 2018. We went to Grouse Lodge Studios, and we just played live. You know, we set up in the room. All the vocals on that album are live as well. They weren't redone afterwards. I was in a booth, you know, playing my electric guitar, which was out in another room, or the amp was. And so all the performances on that album are live. So we pretty much kind of are a good live band, and we try and capture that in the studio. Whereas the Walls are usually myself and Joe in the studio, probably experimenting a bit more with sounds and a little bit more studio based, you know. The Walls would be, you know, also how the songs come together. Would you agree?
I suppose it's learning as well over the years. Like it's getting better and better on guitar, and using more gear and going into different studios, so that you're going to bring a lot of that to
There's a danger though. The Walls albums take longer, much slower, because there is that danger when you go into a studio and you're, you know, you've all the time in the world to experiment and all. Whereas the Stunning are kind of, we're in and we've got like a week or something like that, get it down and do it. So there's something to be said for that as well.
Fair play. It's just thinking there while you were saying it, 1990, it could have been 91, Scraggs Alley, Carlow. I think that's the first time I saw the Stunning. I was in first year in college down there. And I don't know if Scraggs is still going or not at this
Scraggs
stage.
Alley,
Do you? It was jointed. Like it was just all happening for the Stunning back then as well, and I could barely get into the place.
It's amazing, actually. I must put up because Donal, whose dad found the tour book. There's a second tour book from the autumn tour of that same year, 1990. So it'd be a tour October, November, and there's even more dates on it, and there's college gigs and all. And it's actually fascinating to look through. From a sort of, if someone was doing like a sociology paper on live music in Ireland, between sort of 1990 to 2020, it's fascinating to look at it, and you see the amount of gigs. Like we did a gig, I came across a flyer for a single release in '91 for Heads Are Gonna Roll, and there was 22 gigs on a flyer to promote a single.
All different venues.
And I think 2 of those were actually in London. But the rest of them were all in Ireland. And you go through it now, and of all that list, there's probably about 5 gigs left. Of those,
you could genuinely tour gigs. Ireland, like
like all those tours that we would have done, they would have funded trips to the States and to England and stuff. So it worked really well that way. I'm not sure if it's feasible for bands to do that now, if they can make that
or you can't do it as often as well. I mean, at least with a 20-odd day tour, you know, you can do maybe a couple of them a year and just play the same venue twice, but the amount of venues you can do now has shrunk that much that you know you'd need to do that tour 4 or 5 times to make anything out of it, really. So I mean,
there's so many other factors as well. People now have other reasons to sort of stay in, you know what I mean? They're in the middle of binging on a Netflix series or a box set or whatever like that.
They're enjoying the pandemic.
Talking about we're talking the early 90s where, you know, you basically had your
2 channels or
and a video library, you know. And the new releases were always gone, you know. They're booked out.
It's changed a hell of a lot. Hopefully 2021 now it's going to change back to a little bit of how it was before 2020. But I suppose for our viewers, the guys will be back in Cyprus Avenue. They're going to be playing the rescheduled gig next year. Tickets are on sale now for it. You'll find them at the website. And where can people get their hands on the book, actually, if they're going to?
The stunning.net.
Stunning.net.
Stunning.net. They can order, and it's been shipped all around the world.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Guys, as we speak
right now. Pleasure talking to you. Great to see you back in Cork again, and
good to
hope
be here.
You enjoy playing the tunes tonight.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening, Cork.
Good evening, Cork. December 27th, we were supposed to be on this stage with the full band, and then as we were this time last year, and then there was just a slight inconvenience that inconvenienced everybody. So instead of the full band, you're going to have to put up with just Joe and myself.
We'll make do. We'll muddle through somehow.
We'll muddle through, yes. So we're delighted to be asked to participate in winter songs. So we're going to give you a few winter songs, actually. This first one is very apt because it's called December Sky, written specially for tonight. No, I lie.
It's about as close as you get, as the Stunning will get to a Christmas song. It's a December song.
Yeah.
December sky is dark and bleary, solitary morning light. Little boy cries for his bottle. Could be daytime, could be night. It was when she let her lover slipping through the bedroom door. She believed his tender whisper, I will give you everything, lots of money and a ring. There stands an angel by her side. He's the cutest little bastard, never even saw his dad, spitting image of his mother. She thanks God for nothing more than pain and sorrow, nothing more than helplessness. Dread the coming of tomorrow. People bang upon the door, a body lies upon the floor. There stands an angel by her side. There stands an angel by her side. By her side, by her side. Oh, what a waste of precious life. Oh, what a waste of precious life. What a waste, what a waste, what a waste of precious life. What a waste, what a waste, what a waste of precious life.
It's called Black and Blue.
Sad Cleopatra eyes. I wish that happiness would melt your strife. I look for you in Camp 45, fury. I know that it's your favorite place. Ordinary people going about their day. I wish you'd come back from tomorrow. Lie down and rest your head. We'll sweep those crazy notions from underneath the bed. See the stars up through the skylight. They're gonna light your way. There's all this love for you, so don't ever be afraid. You're black and blue. You don't know which is up, which is down. You're black and blue, like you've been stoned, caught in a crossfire all alone. For some of us, nothing comes easy. We have to fight our way. But that can wear you down and leave you in a state. I know it's hard fighting your corner when it's just you and a child. This world is tough. Yes, this world is wild. You're black and blue. Which is up, which is down. You're black and blue, like you've been stoned, caught in a crossfire all alone.
So here's to 2021, to brighter days ahead.
Slip away in space, drifting, a smile upon his face. There's no turning back, what's done is done. He's heading for the bright and shining sun. People on the other side, people who pass through your life, their faces seem to fade away somehow. When I roll the cameras, come and take a bow. It's so strange when life extinguishes its flame. So I run and I run to the bright and shining sun. Yeah, I run and I run to the another Carajillo. She covers me in warm and gentle rays, holds me through the night and lights the day. In this place I could escape and change my ways, so I run and I run to the bright and shining sun. Yeah, I run and I run to the bright and shining sun. I could escape and change my ways, so I run and I run to the bright and shining sun. Yeah, I run and I run to the bright and shining sun. I won't let the days melt into a haze. I wanna feel my heart, I wanna be amazed, so I run and I run to the bright and shining sun.
Our debut album, Paradise in the Picture House, is an incredible 30 years old this year. So how did that happen? So we're going to give you a song off it. This was, on the original running order, this was the final track, and it's a song called An Empty Feeling.
Blowing down the river, kids begging on O'Connell Bridge. How can they stand the cold? People stray from matinees, all starry-eyed and in a daze. From paradise in the picture house, they spill out on the road. Got an empty feeling deep inside, hit me when we said goodbye. I can't find a thing to say. I wish to God I could smile. This love was like a hurricane. No one could stop, no one could tame. It fueled the fire and fanned the flames. What a nice surprise. But a silver cloud came drifting in, a satin shroud it covered in. I never found the secrets that were hidden in your eyes. Got an empty feeling deep inside, hit me when we said goodbye. I can't find a thing to say. I wish to God I could smile. To lock up shop at 6 o'clock, right on the dot. Shutters clatter to the ground like big steel overcoats. Right now this place is not for me. Home is where I wanna be, surrounded by the memories of things we used to do. Got an empty feeling deep inside. Hit me when we said goodbye. I can't find a thing to say. I wish to God I could smile.
Okay, we're going to play a song. It's not exactly a new song, but it's one that isn't on a record yet. It's called Some Sweet Love, for all the lovers out there.
See the first cracks of light as day raises night from the sky, and the rain like champagne dances on the pavements where you lie, and the cold cannot enter this place while I've got all I want, all I need, all I got. Well, I woke up in a hotel in a city from a desolate dream. Through the walls I hear the chaos and the calls of a million machines, and the sirens wailing just like the song of a desperate bird singing all I want, all I need, all I got, all I need is some sweet love. All I need is some sweet, sweet love. Well, I spent everything that I had on trappings and treasure, and I blew all the cash in my stash in the pursuit of pleasure. But all of that, it just leaves me cold, 'cause you're my silver and gold. All I want, all I got, all I need is some sweet love. All I need is some sweet, sweet love. Someone to have and to hold, someone to tell the untold. The winter seems endless, streets full of ice, oh, ways of being banished. Everything has a price. All I need is some sweet love. All I need is some sweet, sweet love. Someone to have and to hold, someone to tell is some sweet love, some sweet love, some sweet love, some sweet love, some sweet love.
This is a song from Twice Around the World. It's called Heads Are Gonna Roll.
When I was younger, my heart had a hunger for feelings of every kind. Down through the years I shed hardly a tear. Was it just I hadn't the time? A world full of sorrow holds pain for tomorrow. The future don't look very bright. Down through the ages we're tearing the pages. There's more of the book still to write. All these years I never asked why. All the tears I never could cry. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry, and you've nothing left to show. So heads are gonna roll. She knew I was coming by the leaves in her teacup that night. Took pains to explain what I found on my way and the things I left way behind. A world full of sorrow holds pain for tomorrow. The future don't look very bright. Down through the ages we're tearing the pages. There's more of the book still to write. All these years I never asked why. All the tears I never could cry. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry, and you've nothing left to show. So heads are gonna roll. Take it away, Joe. All these years I never asked why. All the tears I never could cry. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry, and you've nothing left to show. You've got nothing left to show. So heads are gonna roll. Hey! You don't miss the water till the well runs dry. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah! All these years I never asked why. Yeah, yeah! Yeah! All these years I never asked why. Yeah, yeah, yeah! There was a time I was yours, you were mine. We shone in the light of the day. No puzzle, no game, straight talking as they say. Nothing could stand in our way. Two people in a trance are two fighters in a dance. They respect each other's tears. Our fighter's pride is built on fear. I'm amazed, I let it slip away. I am crazed, it's running through my veins. Everything that rises has to fall. Somewhere I read the truth is better left unsaid. Avoid all the hurt and the pain. I'm a crooked companion. You'd better watch your step when I take you out to play. Yeah, drink from this golden cup. The days are long enough. Hoist up the scarlet sail. I jumped ashore as we moved away. I'm amazed, I let it slide away. I am crazed, it's running through my veins. Everything that rises has to fall.
We're going to play our last song for you now, folks. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Do you want to introduce this song, Steve?
Yeah, this is the Old Reliable that we usually finish our gigs on. Tonight it's a little bit more stripped down. Obviously we don't have the rest of the lads kicking up a racket behind us. But this is to everybody in Cork who would have been here tonight at this gig with their fists in the air. So we're just going to imagine you're there and the steam rising off you and the passion.
Let's do it.
If the truth hurts, don't look, it might go away. It's easy to pretend that life is a rosy bouquet. I don't need a platter, I'll take it straight from the shell. Give it to me raw, I'll take it home and cook it myself. Brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm. inside, and his eyes are wild, and he can't go on. He's brewing up a storm. I can't afford to lose touch, can't afford to lose control. The doors are open wide and the wind blows a bitter cold. Man holds a mystery, someone else holds the key. Oh, it's a shame they're the same, the answer doesn't have to be. Brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and he can't go on. He's brewing up a storm. Fire in your eyes, in your head, fire in your touch. But I can't shout fire 'cause I love you too much. The race is on, the message is in your soul. As 1,000 thoughts a second now explode. Brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and he can't go on. He's brewing up a storm, he's brewing up a storm. Inside, and his eyes are wild, and he can't go on. Sing it at home, come on. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Hey 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 hey. He's brewing up a storm.
Happy New Year.